This is the story of Japan's most investigated unsolved murder in history. The story you're about to hear is completely true. Warning, viewer discretion is advised. The case of the Miyazawa Family Murders took place in Setagaya, which is a neighborhood located in the western suburbs of Tokyo, Japan. The case became Japan's most investigated case with at least 246,044 investigators that were known to have been involved with this case. The media frenzy and long investigation of the murders became a cause to abolish the statute of limitations for crimes that could merit the death penalty in Japan, which was removed in 2010. The Miyazawa family consisted of 44-year-old Mikio Miyazawa, his 42-year-old wife Yasuko, and her two children, 8-year-old daughter Nina and 6-year-old Rei. They lived next to their mother-in-law in Setagaya, which is located in the western suburbs of Tokyo, Japan. On December 31, 2000 at 10:40 a.m., the bodies of 44-year-old Mikio Miyazawa, his 41-year-old wife Yasuko, and their children 8-year-old Nina and 6-year-old Rei were discovered inside their home by Yasuko's mother Haruko. Mikio, Yasuko, and Nina had been stabbed to death while Rei had been strangled. Their case still remains unsolved. Here's their story. 44-year-old Mikio worked for a London-based marketing company called Interbrand that was in charge of branding the phrase Wi-Fi the year prior, 1999. They also had locations in more than 20 nations and worked on marketing campaigns for companies like Microsoft, Nissan, Xerox, and many more. On December 30, 2000, the day before New Year's Eve, an intruder broke into the home of the Miyazawa family located in the suburbs of Tokyo, Japan, and murdered the family of 4. The killer entered through the open window of the second-floor bathroom at the rear of the house located immediately adjacent to Soshigaya Park, and gained access by climbing up a tree and then removing the window screen. He then proceeded to enter the children's bedroom. The perpetrator used his bare hands to strangle 6-year-old Rei, who was sound asleep in his bedroom on the second floor. His father, Mikio, was downstairs working in his office when he heard a disturbance coming from the second floor. As he went up to investigate the noise, the intruder was waiting on Mikio in the children's bedroom. That's where he encountered the killer. He then attempted to fight off the intruder. During the fight, Mikio was able to injure the intruder until being stabbed in the head with a sashimi knife. A police report claimed that part of the sashimi knife's blade broke off inside Mikio's head. The culprit then attacked Yasuko and Nina, who were sound asleep in the upstairs loft. The perpetrator proceeded to stab the two with the broken knife. He then proceeded to grab a new knife from the kitchen. As he went downstairs to grab a knife, Yasuko and her daughter attempted to flee the scene. Unfortunately, the intruder intercepted and ended their lives. Their bodies were found together, covered in multiple stab wounds. Their bodies were discovered by Yasuko's mother, who happened to live next door to them at around 10 a.m., which is when the killer most likely fled the scene. The perpetrator left behind a few of his personal belongings at the crime scene, such as his clothes, a hip bag, and some blood that was DNA tested. The following day, investigators arrived at the scene. Fingerprints suggested that the suspect spent hours inside of his victim's home after the murders, eating ice cream, taking a nap, using the internet, and even using the bathroom, which he left unflushed human feces in, as if nothing ever happened. Detectives working the case believe the killer stayed in the house from 1:18 a.m. to 10 a.m. due to the internet browsing history. Investigators found the suspect's DNA and fingerprints throughout the crime scene, but none matched their databases, indicating the suspect did not have a criminal record. The suspect's blood was collected during an analysis of the crime scene that revealed that it did not belong to the Miyazawa family. A DNA analysis of the suspect's blood determined that he is a male and with European and East Asian descent. As far as his physical appearance, the perpetrator is believed to be tall and of thin build. The police estimate the killer's age anywhere between 15 to 35 years old at the time of the incident. Trace amounts of sand were found inside the suspect's hip bag that he left behind at the crime scene. The sand came from the Nevada desert near an Air Force base. Only 130 units of the suspect's long-sleeve shirt were made and sold, but only 12 of the people who bought that same long-sleeve were able to be tracked down for questioning. The investigation of the Miyazawa murders was the largest in Japanese history, involving over 246,044 investigators who have collected over 12,545 pieces of evidence that still remain in custody today. Despite finding a great deal of evidence, including the suspect's DNA, police still have not been able to identify the suspect. More than 20 years have passed and the case still remains unsolved. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more content.